And a stark warning right now about Hurricane Florence, the Category 3 storm, just a day away from hitting the east coast of the United States.
The warnings for this monster hurricane could not be more dire.
This is going to be, a Mike Tyson punch to the Carolina coast.
Come here and tell me that if I you in your ass, white boy, you're fat. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your ass alive, you bitch.
Wow.
Fuck you hoe. Okay. I'm gonna in my face, you ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward.
Yes.
You're not man enough to fuck with me.
No.
You can't last 2 minutes in my world.
Nope.
Look at you scared now,
Yes.
hoe. Scared
Yes.
like a little white.
Yes, sir.
Scared of the real man.
I think I'm supposed to
You love
call
me.
you sir at this point.
This is going to be, a Mike Tyson punch to the Carolina coast.
I wish one of your guys had children so I could kick them in the fucking head or stomp on their testicles so you can feel my pain, because that's the pain I have, waking up every day.
Wow.
All right. First things first. We are thinking about everyone in North Carolina. I know the Outer Banks are being hit right now. I am not poking fun at the storm itself.
No.
It is the response that the FEMA, the Federal and Emergency Management Administration. I had to think what the A was. I was going to say aviation, and that wasn't right.
Agency?
Yeah, or maybe. Is it agency or administration?
Oh, no.
Either way, FEMA, we all know who I'm talking about. They choose the Mike Tyson punch to describe it. I mean, Mike was, when he was throwing punches, maybe not exactly the best guy to be quoting. He seems to be like he's in a better place now in his life.
He seems very happy now, but maybe they were referring to him being a dirty player. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, look, he was known for the knockout punch. Iron Mike Tyson in his day, but like I said, luckily he's in a better place now, and hopefully they just never use that term again to describe a hurricane. Oh, speaking of North Carolina, we mentioned yesterday that we have to talk about, and that's not it. I know that the hurricane, but there's something else scarier in North Carolina, and we're going to get to that before the end of the show. But right now, there are 3 things you need to know as you go about your day.
Let's find out. 1.
AT&T's CEO took a swipe at Netflix while talking about subscription services during a conference call yesterday.
So AT&T now buying AOL Time Warner, so that means that they are buying up the Turner networks, and they're also buying up HBO. So now with AT&T taking a swipe at them, I guess it's because you think about streaming services, it is a constant battle. And the thing is, I think originally a lot of people said, well, you either go to Amazon or you go to Netflix. Now it seems like everyone's taking them all, right?
Yeah.
At least in this house, I can say that.
There are
right?
a lot of subscriptions.
A lot, and you think that you're cutting the cable, but what you end up doing is you end up building that back up just a la carte, let's say.
Well, during a Goldman Sachs conference call yesterday, the CEO said HBO is a very unique asset. I think of Netflix kind of the Walmart. HBO is kind of the Tiffany, right?
Well, you know what that is.
A Mike Tyson punch.
It's like a Mike Tyson punch at Netflix.
Well, I don't know if somebody pointed out to him that Walmart did $486 billion in revenue last year and Tiffany did 4.2.
Well, yes, but I think he's talking about like a specialized business. Tiffany's isn't trying to compete with Walmart. He's saying that they are more high-end. They were the original production company. Look at productions like Game of Thrones or something like Sopranos that they've won so many awards for. Right now, Netflix is contracting with guys like David Spade and Adam Sandler. Not that they're not talented people, but they're more broad-based, where HBO is maybe a more specialized service.
Broad-based or high-end, the bottom line is still what matters, and Netflix has 125 million subscribers compared to HBO's 5.
All right, hey, look, I'm not looking for a Mike Tyson punch. I'm sorry. Next.
South Park has started its own campaign to end South Park.
I saw this. Now, the season premiere is coming out later this month. I guess the guys from South Park have decided that they want to end it, so this is the promo that is running right now on Comedy Central.
America has reached a crossroads. What will we do next?
And then the hashtag.
Cancel South Park.
So the creators of South Park are trying to get you to agree to cancel South Park.
It's the 22nd season premiere, and I guess they've just gotten to the point where they're ready to move on. The actual Twitter account for South Park is begging people to hashtag cancel South Park.
I guess so. I mean, after 22 years, maybe you want to move on. I mean, they've made literally millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, and maybe you want to move on, and I can appreciate that. But if they do that, just please bring back basketball, because I want those characters as their own TV series. And finally, we said we were going to get back to North Carolina.
A North Carolina man found a 6-foot snake in his toilet.
This is scarier than any hurricane. Again, we think of everyone down there, but we yesterday you mentioned about me clutching my pearls. Now, that's all I can say, because when we saw this story and the video of it, and you have the video of this, don't you? We can put this on that podcast, ilike.com.
Yes, I do have the video. And in it, this guy is literally like playing tug of war to pull this thing out of his toilet.
This is the scariest thing, because I think this combines two of my fears. You know that I don't like any type of poop humor. That's I don't like talking about. And then you take the fear of snakes, which snakes I have. We've been out places where people want me to handle snake, and I will or whatever. No. They still freak me out because they are just solid, one complete muscle. And so the terrifying thing of this video, and like I said, if you want to see it, it's that podcast ilike.com. The video is up there now. He's wrestling, pulling a snake, and this is not the first time this has happened.
This is the 6th snake.
You would think, at least if it was me. On the 3rd snake, I'm moving out of the house. The first time, I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. I can't believe this happened. The second time around, I'm like, well, that's really weird. By the 3rd time, I'm moving out of that house without a doubt.
I don't know what happened, but you'd think somebody would have wandered up to the roof and maybe put a cover on the pipes.
Something. I guess that would have helped them. If you want to see the video, you can check it out online at thatpodcastilike.com. Now, coming up tomorrow, a very special guest is going to be joining us, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to even say his name.
I don't know.
I don't know. So maybe we'll talk to him today and find out if he's allowed to say his name when he's on here. You'll find out tomorrow. It's thatpodcastilike.com. For everything that we talked about, check out the other podcast. That is My Daily Beer, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. You know we love you.
This is going to be, a Mike Tyson punch to the Carolina coast.
You're scared coward. You not man enough to f with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch.